Welcome to Panels and Borders. I'm Dominic, and this is another episode of Road to Dune. So, a lot of you probably already know by now that I think it happened this week that on the IMDB, Sharon Duncan-Brewster is listed as playing Liet Kynes. But there is something that came up that kind of makes me doubt this, that she is playing, because I don't know who's doing the editing, because now they also listed her as playing a Shadow in Mapes before, and they even listed an actor that was going to be playing Fade Ryotha, but that got taken down real quick. So as of right now, she's listed as playing Liet Kynes. Now, if this comes true, a couple things. One, I'm going to have to eat crow because I called BS on this and refused to believe it. So if it turns out to be true, I gotta, make a video, say I was wrong. Which it's not a big deal, don't mind doing it. Second thing is this proves that the Fandom Menace, or at least some of the Fandom Menace, has inside sources in some Hollywood productions or in Hollywood somewhere. Because if you'll remember, the very first place this news broke, this was a Bounding into Comics thing. That's where this whole rumor about the gender swap thing started. Was Bounding into Comics put out an article back in September of last year and reported this, that they had an inside source that said that the character of Liet Kynes is going to be gender swapped, and Sharon Duncan-Brewster was going to be playing the character. And I did a video on that way back. And then Midnight's Edge also reported on this, that they had their inside source said the same thing, and then this leaked script said that Kynes was gender swapped, but didn't say what actor it was. So so the thing about this is there's recently, or not too long ago, some of the members of the Fandom Menace, some of the Fandom Menace channels had gotten trolled by 4chan, and where the 4chan people were putting out fake leaks about Star Trek Picard, and made them pretty outrageous just to see how many of the Fandom Menace channels would bite. And I guess the one that got trolled, really hard, was Doomcock. So there were some other YouTubers that are kind of like, they're not really fans of the Phantom Menace channels, and they call them out all the time and saying that, when they say they have inside sources, that they're full of crap. They don't have anything. So now I follow some of the Phantom Menace channels that would be considered part of the Phantom Menace, like Midnight's Edge, World Class Bullshitters. The main one I watch is probably Midnight's Edge. And sometimes World Class Bullshitters. Every now and then I'll watch Doomcock, not very often, but every now and then I'll watch one of his videos. And sometimes I'll watch Nerdrotic. And but for movie news, the two that I watch a lot would be Mr. H and Midnight's Edge. They would all be considered part of the Fandom Menace, I guess, as Fandom Menace channels go. But if this turns out to be legit, then that gives some weight to the fact that Phantom Menace has some inside sources, because Bounding in Comics is basically the news site for the Phantom Menace. They're basically a part of the Phantom Menace, and so there's that. Now, but there is something that came out that kind of makes me, there's still a little bit of doubt that this might not be true, and Dune Info tweeted this out. Okay, I think someone is trolling IMDB now. Sharon Duncan-Brewster's role is now Liet-Kynes, whereas yesterday, without the hyphen, Liet Kynes. I'm expecting Doctor to be added / removed at some point too. So someone's like meddling around with the name, I guess. So could this be changed? Is this legit? Now, this is from IMDb, and there's nothing from an actual source from anyone that's on the film, worked on the film, or nothing like that. So until that happens, then it'll be, I was pretty certain this was a BS story, but now my confidence in that assumption is starting to weaken and crumble. So I know I'm starting to think more and more this, if she's not playing Liet Kynes, some other woman is playing Liet Kynes. Liet Kynes is going to be gender swapped. Now, why they would swap Liet Kynes, I heard from another YouTuber, Ideas of Fire and Ice, I guess now it's changed his channel's name, now it's Quinn's Ideas. He did a video that he speculated the reason could be is that they're going to make Stilgard Chani's father in this version of Dune that's coming out. So I guess to streamline some characters. That's the reason for it. So then that way in this story, Stilgar and Liet Kynes are husband and wife. Just I guess for some character streamlining reasons. So that's why they decided to gender swap Kynes. But no one knows for sure because everything's been super secretive about this film. And so some other news is the original 3 House books that came out, that started in the 90s with House Atreides. House Atreides came out in 99. Well, they're being re-released in conjunction with the new movie coming out. And this is a look at the covers. Now, when I saw this on Twitter, a lot of people praised up how nice these covers look. I'm not a big fan of these covers. I think they're completely inferior to the original covers that came with these books. One thing I really can't stand, and I cried about this before in a past video. Actually, I did a whole car rant about this book cover thing. Is when a book has a really nice painted cover. I like books that have really nice painted covers. Like with a nice illustration on the cover, nice painting, especially a sci-fi book. Just gives it like, I don't know, grand scope or something. And then they re-release it and it looks something like this. Like someone could have done this in Photoshop easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like it looks, it's just simple. There's nothing to draw you to pick up this book. Like if I had never read Dune in my life and I seen these covers, like there's nothing about these covers that would make me want to pick up this book if I didn't know anything about the story. Where the original covers had these nice cool paintings on them, nice big Dune logo. They looked way nicer. I'd rather the original jackets. But these 3 books are being re-released. But I already have 3 of these in hardcover with the old jackets, so I'm not gonna like rebuy them for the new covers. If they were done, like if they did the versions of these 3 like they recently did with Dune, with that nice almost like metallic foil cover and all that, if they released all the Dune books like that, I'd buy up every single one. And now another thing, CinemaCon was supposed to have some Dune footage and for the press, and now that has been canceled over coronavirus concerns. So I don't know what's going to happen with that footage. People on Twitter were saying maybe they'll put it online for people to see, but I don't know. Maybe they'll just push back CinemaCon and we'll just have to wait sooner to get Dune footage, or to hear anything about the Dune footage, or they won't release any footage. They'll just drop a trailer on us within the next few months. I would expect a trailer pretty soon, because we're getting close to December. We're already 3 months, just about 3 months into 2020, and usually a lot of movies, you get the trailer like a year before. So hopefully within the next couple months we get a full trailer. So, yeah, a lot of speculation going on about this casting of Liet Kynes. It's really got people talking. Maybe it's on purpose to keep people talking about the movie. And now that IMDB, I just took a screenshot of this tonight, so it still says the same thing, that she's playing Liet Kynes. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens when it actually comes out. Now, the other thing, now, if she's playing Liet Kynes, it's kind of odd that they didn't get like a really big name actress, since they're going for so much star power. Because as some of the leaks go, Liet Kynes got a minor role in the book, but I guess they're going to expand the role of Liet Kynes for the movie. That's one of the things I've heard. So I'm surprised they didn't go with with a female that had like a bigger name than Sharon Duncan-Brewster. But who knows? We'll see what happens when we get some actual official news from the people who made the film. So that's everything I got to say in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and I will see you at the next one. Thank you to all of my subscribers, and thank you for watching this video. And if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification when new videos are uploaded.